Got to work, realized that the draw results are out from Facebook. Someone posted, and normally that's fake news. We got on there, and I checked mine, I checked my dad's, checked my mom's, checked Bree's, checked my sister's, and then we're like, oh, we left Kellen out. Went to check his, and his actually popped up 2 successful. By the time that I could look down and see second successful, Dad goes, Kellen drew a freaking ram tag. And I look back and look down at it, and I'm like, East of Chutes River, #1. It was unbelievable. We did do some scouting. It's 6 hours away, so it wasn't like we could just roll over there for an evening and scout. But we did put our time in. We went over there 4 or 5 times, find out where we wanted to be and find some good rams. We did just that. 0.07% chance of drawing it.
Yeah. So I'm really lucky.
At 13, Dad and I want to punch him. We went over there 4 days early than the hunt started, scouted, and found this one ram.
Goes at least to the bottom of his chin. He flares and he opens up, so it takes a little extra horn. There's a good picture. So the sheep moved. Can't see him from here now, so I'm thinking they might have went back around, you know, on the shadier side of the hill. I think if we hauled ass down there and got on that rock, where that fence post is, it looks like a fence, I don't know.
Yeah, and then if we have to drop even more.
Shit, they're right there in that rock.
Dude, he might be 400 yards yard or something.
We do it.
What's the worst that could happen? We fucking miss?
Give me a rangefinder. Come with me. Hey, Kellen. You got this, brother. They don't know we're here. You're fine. He's facing us. How do you feel? Are you solid? Are you really solid? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you think you can kill him?
I think so.
How's that look?
I'm ready.
Okay. Is it on it? Is it moving at all? Okay. Let's take a deep breath. I don't want you to jerk the trigger, please.
Right over.
Wait for us. This way. You shot to the left. To the left or over?
I clicked one or 2 clicks.
Get shit in the neck.
Hold on.
You're all right, buddy.
Hold on, Kellen. Just wait until he turns, bud.
Jesus. I was right on him, Dad.
Were you?
When that wind drops down, send it, brother.
Wait for the wind.
That sounded good.
It ended up being Kellen hit the elbow on the one side of the ram. And we were just dumbfounded, but we didn't have time to be dumbfounded. We got our stuff, and me and Danny took off running over the hill.
We can probably get around this as fast as we can because it'll lay down and then shoot it at close range.
I just wanted to get over there and find him to where we could finish the deal. Not that it's different than any other animal, but an animal of this significance means a lot.
I just can't believe I missed.
You hit him. Look, the wind is whipping up this edge. All right? We had a shitty rest. I should have just told you not to shoot.
Long story goes, we kept going down the hill and we lost him. We didn't know where the heck he went. So we sat down, kind of recouped, and started glassing a little bit. And I see this ram kind of stumbling up the hill. And it is on the opposite side of where we think he is, and it is probably one of the most difficult spots he could have gone.
As fast as these damn sheep move, they could go down there really quick.
We got eyes on him, he bedded down, and by God, it was a hurt shoulder, and Dad goes, that's him, I know it's him. Got back up to the pickup, reviewed the footage, and we're like, where did he miss the first time? So it turns out Kellen shot right under him by, I mean, like a hair, but the dust kicked up, and it made it look like it shot over him. It was right over his back, and the dust kicked up even more. It was low, and we adjusted more low. So if we would have never adjusted anything with that elevation and the where he missed from his leg to his shoulder, I mean, it would have been a done deal. And I mean, it was all my dad and I's fault of just thinking it was here and it wasn't. Ended up bedding that ram last night and headed out just because we were running out of light. Thought he was there right when we got up on top. So we thought we bedded him and hopefully just stay there and stiffen up and make a game plan on him this morning. We got up there and started glassing and he was nowhere to be found.
In between that mountain right there and that one back there in the corner, he's somewhere. Yeah, right, he's somewhere. Cannot believe he went that far though. We get up the hill and Dad and I are like, okay, we'll go up here. Danny, if you want to roll some rocks off the cliffs and see if you can get anything moving, see if we can find anything at all. I'd say 45 minutes went by and I get a call from my dad and he goes, hey, Taylor found him. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, Taylor found him. We got up to where we were glassing. He's a ridge over from where we last found him. We looked on top of him today and I'm thinking, holy crap, we'll be up there in a second. By this time it's the sun setting. So I just wanted eyes on him. I wanted to see him again. I wanted to be another, like, confirm, yes, that's him.
Underneath that bluff, see where right where that corner is, goes up? He's right in there.
Sure as heck, it was him. I mean, no doubt about it, that was him.
We should call that ram the Gray Ghost.
We could tell not only from his horns, but he got up, turned, and fell back down. Like he was hurting. And it was tough to see because we couldn't get down there in time before dark. I mean, there was just no possible way. With that being said, we had some hope. We gotta find him tomorrow. We just gotta put him out of his misery and get back to enjoying this. We head back off the mountain, get a good night's sleep in us. Anticipation, nerves, excitement, the whole nine. I mean, we were feeling it. It was go time. I mean, we had Grady on his phone calling people, well, hey, we need you to meet us in the river bottom at this time. I mean, it was a group effort all across the board. We had it down. We didn't even know at this point if we were gonna kill the ram.
See, we don't know any better that we just bombed down shit.
So we leave Taylor in the river bottom and he is glassing up at the ram and everybody else heads up the hill. And this is some steep stuff. This is the same area that the ram went up the first day when he was hurt.
Bipod, 150 yards, no goofiness, one shot, done. 32 power, you can check if he has ticks.
I want the gun settled on them. You don't need to lift the gun or anything. Does it need to go crosshairs up or down?
I'm honestly pretty dang good.
Okay.
Really?
Smoked him.
There he goes.
Got him. Oh my God. No way.
If he rolls all the way down. Come on.
Oh my God.
Well, about that time, the ram just tips over backwards. I mean, all the way down, and it's rolling down the hill, and we were watching it, and it ended up falling off like a 20-foot cliff. Thank God for Taylor, because he's in the bottom, and he has a better angle up the hill than us. So he's glassing, he goes, you smoked him. He's down in the bottom, throwing his hands up here and there. We're all freaking out. We're just pumped, to say the least, and high-fiving here and there, and everybody's just so excited, but the job's not over.
Yeah, we're just gonna cut straight across, probably 300-400 yards, and then, you know, it just noses out a little longer so it's not set to drop.
I'm sure people who are used to these terrains, it wasn't that bad, but for me, being in Western Oregon, always having a tree to hold on to or something, it's pretty sketchy. Got down to the ram, butt scooted all the way down, and got him over this rock and got him in the bottom. And when he got down there, everybody went down to him, and I mean, it was all smiles. There was no other emotion than just pure excitement and just gratitude, and the whole thing was so amazing. It's almost indescribable. Everyone did a great job. It was just a team effort. From there, we just enjoyed it. I mean, we did what needed to be done to the ram, broke it down, took some photos, and smiled. A little later, the two guys, Cal and Matt, come floating down the river with a full ice chest and some grub, and we set out. We enjoyed that river ride. It was a great ending to an awesome story, to say the least. Riding down a river, carrying out an animal was something that not everyone gets to say they do, especially a ram. I always say there's multiple ways to pack out an animal, and that was the one to check off on my list. We had our eyes set on a mature ram, and that's exactly what we did. Not very many 13-year-olds can say they did that, so it was a hell of an experience, a memory I will never ever forget in my whole life.